Right there, that one is by Mayokun with Eleko, and I thought it's just a sure way to just bring us into the Tuesday mood that we are in. Now, if you have lost track of what day it is, wow, you're not alone, guys. We're going to remind you, it is Tuesday, and more importantly, it is Nollywood Tuesday here on the show.
Yes, so even though things are a little different right now with the social distancing situation, we are doing our best to make sure we keep giving you all the stuff you love about the show. So times are different, but the show stays the same, okay? Welcome to Entertainment Slash Good People. All right, it's your girlfriend next door. It's the jewel in the crown. Yes, it's the hostess with the mostest. My name is Honeypot. Maybe I should remove my glasses.
No, I like you with your glasses. I like it. All right, guys, and my name is Amanda Darren. Since you guys like to call me Mandy, you can call me Mandy today.
Mandy Pandy.
Yes! All right, first things first, we get to update you with the entertainment news, and then we'll take today's celebrity birthday shout-outs, then rewind.
Mandy will bring us today's dose of laughs and treatville. Then later on, we will treat up and then bring you the entertainment news recap.
And of course, on Daily Top 5, we'll take a look at 5 Hollywood actors who were once married, and we'll tell you which shows and films we have been watching lately. And of course, later there'll be Where Are They Now? So, shall we begin?
Yes!
Shall we begin?
Yes!
Yes, we shall. See you after this break.
Yes, thank you so much for staying here with us. Of course, it is a splash, and you know that we bring it to you as it is just hot like that, like we drop it like it's hot.
Yeah,
yes.
I love that.
Okay, so now let's begin with the story. Funke Akindele and husband sentenced to 14 days community service. Nigerian actress and filmmaker Funke Akindele Bello and her husband Abdul Rashid Bello, aka JJC Skills, have received the court's verdict after pleading guilty to defying the social distancing order directive placed on the state by President Buhari. Reading out the ruling, Chief Magistrate Yewande Aje Afua of the Ogba Magistrate Court sentenced the couple to 14 days community service. This will entail 3 hours per day, excluding Saturday and Sunday, and they must each visit important public places within Lagos to educate people on the consequences of not complying with directives of the government. They were also ordered to pay a fine of 100,000 naira each and to go into self-isolation for 14 days in an undisclosed location decided by the Lagos State Ministry of Health to determine their COVID-19 status. The couple was also ordered to submit the names and phone numbers of every person who attended their house party. All right, so that's that.
Yeah, I think it's a continuation of where
you
we stopped yesterday, because we broke the story yesterday saying that this is what is happening, and at the time they hadn't even gone to court. Then sometime during the show we saw when they went to court and they were giving a verdict, which we didn't know about. And now that I've heard this, I think it's quite fair that they are saying they should go to 10 disclosed locations and actually teach the public the consequences of breaking the social distancing laws. And I feel like the fine is also fair. It's not so outrageous for anybody who actually wants to break it. And I feel like I'm happy, as I said yesterday, I'm happy that Funke Akindele apologized, and I'm happy that they are doing the right thing in this situation.
I'm happy that they even pleaded guilty. You know, they didn't try to color it in any way. And, well, people have been saying all sorts on social media, which is, I mean, you know, people are, I mean, I don't know, like...
One particular thing that people have been saying that was caught by me or was brought to my attention was the fact that even in the courthouse, it seemed like the reporters and the journalists were not maintaining social distancing. So I kind of agree with that, because looking at those videos, I'm like, you're taking somebody to court for not, you know, following the rules and following the laws set about by WHO and even NCDC, saying, oh, leave how many meters apart and don't be too close to each other, basically social distancing. And right there in the courtroom, if you check the videos, there was a crowd around them. There was reporters there. So I'm just like, in as much as, you know, they are doing the right thing, even we ourselves need to do the right thing. People are still going to marketplaces. People are still going to supermarkets. They're not wearing any mask. They're just, you know, clustered up together. So it almost feels like, oh, you want to cluster up in public, then go home and stay in your bed. It doesn't work that way.
So I totally agree with you, and the fact that people are still moving around, because you see, the reason we're staying at home, people don't still understand.
Exactly.
And then I was still coming this morning, like I know that they said police have been, arresting people who play ball in the streets and all that. I still saw people playing ball today. Yeah. So I think that people don't even understand. I think this will serve as a deterrent to, a lot of people.
A lot of people have said they were scapegoats.
Well, because see, people don't know that the more they go out, the more we stay back at home. Like we can't resume because we can't resume normal work, normal activities, because if it doesn't go away, 2 days ago or thereabout, a 36-year-old young man still died, of COVID-19. So what are we talking about? It's real. People just don't believe in Nigeria.
Honestly,
all right, let's move on.
On the way home yesterday, I saw a couple of people doing aerobics on the road in batches. And I'm like, guys, they didn't just say we should have a holiday at home. There's a reason for this isolation. Anyways, moving on to more stories. Naira Marley turns himself in for defying government directive. Nigerian artist Azeez Fashola, a.k.a. Naira Marley, has surrendered himself to the Lagos State Criminal Investigation Department, which is SCID. And this is coming after he was ordered to report himself to the SCID for defying the social distancing directive given by the government after attending JJC Skill's birthday party over the weekend. According to State Police Command spokesman Bala Elkanah, Naira Marley arrived at the SCID office yesterday afternoon and has been interrogated. According to him, the rapper will also be charged for violating the restriction orders, and Bala Elkanah further stated that the police command has launched a manhunt for the remaining persons who attended the party organized by Funke Akindele for her husband JJC Skills.
So it's good that he turned himself in.
I am actually surprised that he turned himself in. Naira Marley and Court, they're not really friends. So I'm actually very surprised and happy that he's been able to set an example, because I saw the reactions on Twitter and people were saying, oh, somebody who sang Jackpa, why will he be there? Like, I'm like, okay, it was almost seeming like Naira Marley would be above the law again. And I'm happy that he changed that narrative, and I'm happy that he turned himself in and he said, you know what? I was part of this and I did wrong. I'm yet to see the outcome of that, but I'm actually happy with that first move right there.
I'm really, really happy with that too, and going by what Funke Akindele said, that they were already having, they were just continuing their work right there. It's, with the crew. Yes. And Naira Marley was already there before before we were asked to stay indoors and all that. So, we're keeping our fingers crossed. We're seeing how this unfolds, but I just like the fact that, people are adhering to the laws.
I feel like this whole situation with Funke Akindele and JJC was a situation where they just thought it was harmless fun. They just thought, oh, we're living on the same streets or in the same estate, or why can't we get together and celebrate?
So they said they've been working together, so they would have thought that for somebody who's been working together.
However, which is why it's good that it's been brought out to the public that even a family member, you cannot say, oh, this is my family member, this is my neighbor that I see every day. You don't know where the person has been, who the person has been in contact with, which is why we are supposed to be self-isolating or practicing safe social distancing measures.
I mean, I saw Faladile's story the other day on her status, and she was talking about visiting her parents. And so the gate man would not allow her in because he got, the directive from the parents not to allow anybody in. And so it was like, do you know who I am? Said, yes, I know who you are. But they said, nobody should come in. And so when she eventually got in, they did not allow her to get into certain places. She did what she had to do, and then they asked her to leave.
So look at that. That's between a parent and a child. How much more between your friends or your neighbors? Just be careful out there, guys.
It's just for the time being. It's not going to be forever. All right, now let's move to more news. Channing Tatum and Jessie J split after reconciliation. After Channing Tatum and singer Jessie J have called it quits yet again after recently reuniting in January following a month-long split. A close source stated Jessie and Channing really care for each other. You only need to look at the gushing posts they made about each other during their relationship to see that. That's why they wanted to give their romance another shot. But sadly, it hasn't worked out. The source continued, the split was amicable and they're still in contact. They're spending time apart and are open to meeting new people, but you shouldn't bet against another reunion in the future. Channing Tatum first started dating Jessie J in October 2018 after splitting from wife Jaina Dhawan, with whom he shares a 6-year-old daughter after named Ivali. Chani and JCJ started dating in 2018. They split in December 2019, and by January of this year, they were back together again. So back and forth, back and forth.
Honestly, I feel like they might still come back again. I see that they have a beautiful friendship, and from inside sources, they said that they were going through the same issues, kept popping up. You know, and as I like to say, you cannot be doing the same thing or be with the same person and be expecting a different result. If somebody is not changing their personality or the bad traits that they have, the same thing is going to keep happening. However, I just feel because they're in the spotlight, it's harder for them to be tolerant. You know, because they're saying that he's already back on the dating apps less than 24 hours later. Like, you know, when you just feel like, wow, I have the ocean, there's so much fish, you know? And it's even harder because your fish is now international, because you can get that fish from any country. Like,
so I know that this thing called relationship, there are no rules to this thing, no manual at all. So some people, their love is just funny. So you can't even come between them. You can't even try to settle it. I mean, they will just put you in the mix, so, you know.
Yeah, but let's keep our fingers crossed on that story and let's see if they come back together. All right, guys, that's all we can take on entertainment news today. It is now time for Celebrity Birthday Shout Out. Hey, 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 hey. All right, the first person celebrating today is Jackie Chan, and he's turning 66 today.
Oh. Oh, it's just good to see a smiley face again. Happy
Jackie
birthday.
Chan is a Hong Kongese martial artist, actor, film director, producer, stuntman, and singer. He's known in films for his acrobatic fighting style, comic timings, use of improvised weapons, and innovative stunts, which he typically performs himself. He has been acting since the 1960s, appearing in over 150 films. And if, as a young boy or girl,
who doesn't even know Jackie Chan
as in
this
how
world?
it happened? Everybody wanted to do, and it's so beautiful how even when you couldn't understand, because a lot of his films before he started doing English films were in Chinese or in other languages, and people just watched them with so much interest. It was just so intense to see somebody who was able to break that language barrier, loved by every tribe, every nationality in the world.
Talking about a language barrier, it still tells me that, see, we're just universal humans. It does not really matter where you come from, what language you speak. When you have the art and then you perform it, people are ready to actually watch and put their money into it at the end of the day.
He performed some of those stunts himself.
Yes.
That's so dedicated right there. Happy birthday to Jackie Chan. All right, the second person celebrating is Julius Agu, who is 47 today.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, he's a Nigerian stand-up comedian, actor, singer, and MC, Julius Agu.
Julius Agu, happy birthday to you. I mean, it's a good time to be alive. I'll say this and say this over again because this man has gone through a lot. This man was ill for a very long time. He went through hell.
And he has such a compassionate heart. I have a little story to share.
And I love his wife too.
When I was like 8, 9, I was at this competition that he was emceeing, and I remember he picked me up from the crowd and he was just like praising me and saying, oh, I like you and your mother, or how are you, how you doing? And I remember that, and it just says that you need to remember to be a good person in life. Happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday.
That is so sweet. All right, the third person on our list is Russell Crowe, who is 56 today. He is a Hollywood actor, film producer, and musician who came to international attention for his role as the Roman general Maximus Decimus Meridius in the historical film Gladiator. His other films include American Gangster, Robin Hood, Man of Steel, and Noah. Such a manly man right there.
Yes.
If you watch him in Gladiator, which is when he was much younger, you see how he played his role so effectively up until Noah, which is more recent. He still has that you know, that presence that you can't deny. Happy birthday
And to even
him.
think that he is a citizen of New Zealand, but he lived most of his life in Australia.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to him.
And happy birthday to you out there who is celebrating. We love you, sending you love, light, peace, and happiness. Mwah.
We love you.
We love you.
Yes, and that's about it on a celebrity birthday shout out. The show continues after this break. See you soon.
A jam right there by Burna Boy, the African giant himself, with Dangote, 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 still they find money. And we're still finding money up in here.
Like you just wanted to sing for us, right?
All right, guys, it is now time for us to take a look at what we have for you today on Rewind.
Let's rewind. On this day in 1970, John Wayne and Maggie Smith win for the Midnight Cowboy at the 42nd Academy Awards. And in 1981, Street Songs, the 5th studio album by Rick James, is released. It went on to win the Billboard Album of the Year. Finally, in 2017, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inducts Electric Light Orchestra, Joan Baez, Yes, Tupac Shakur, Journey, and Pearl Jam. And that's it on Rewind.
Damn. See, guys, when this song first came out, it just sounded like magic in my ears. You just checked out that one by Tenny the Entertainer, Uyomeya.
And to think that's a dialect.
You know, honestly speaking, she's so talented, you know, guys. All right, guys, this is Tweetville. Time to find out the latest madness that social media has to offer, because Twitter is a crazy place.
Yes.
Are you ready, honey pot? All right, let's do this. Now, when you are broke, everything will disrespect you. Imagine my own charger shocking me. Wow. The disrespect.
But really, real life, when you're broke, everything will disrespect you, including human beings. But then,
when you're broke, the type of charger you use changes. Do you understand? You'll be buying the type of charger that will shock you too. So it's not really the charger's fault.
yes, because there is no money to purchase the right charger.
So it's still your fault. Don't be broke.
Oh.
Oh, sorry about that. We can all relate. And it's always one. Oh, wow. All right, another one from T says, what's a good age to have kids? And another person replied, also T, and he says, financially stable years old. Do you agree? Honestly speaking, if this isn't the truth, I don't know what is.
It's the truth, but then again, some people are always just using this, excuse. So the thing is, you cannot have everything in like. Some people will tell you, when are you getting married? They say, but I don't have a car yet. I don't have a house yet. I don't have, you should have certain things. Yes. But the thing is that you cannot afford to wait to have everything in this world. If you are waiting, you will not achieve anything.
Nursery and crash school fees.
I know, right? But then there are some times that...
unless you want to homeschool them or something.
Except you want to wait forever though, because sometimes, and it is sometimes, I don't know, maybe you would relate, or some people they will say that he who finds a wife finds a good thing.
Okay.
And so for the guys, sometimes when they get married, things
so can you marry
change.
somebody that is not financially stable? Moving on to more tweets. The person that gave NCDC our phone numbers should please give the federal government our account numbers. I've been seeing their text messages.
I've been getting the messages too.
And in fact, the first time I saw the message, I was like, hey? Hope I did not come in contact with anybody.
No.
But then I now found out that it was just information that they're passing across, which I think is really awesome. But at the same time, you guys can share rice and share beans and so on.
I mean, let's
share some money too.
Accurate data in Nigeria, and then you could... we even have BVN, so they can even have like our account numbers.
We don't mind, though.
We don't mind.
We don't mind at all. Moving on to more tweets. Oh, wow. All right, The Moment tweeted, and he says, when they finally open outside again, I'm still stay at home for a little bit. Let the first batch of air hit y'all first. And let's see what happens, just to make sure that the coast is clear. See, honey pot, I am on this table. So we'll be the first. You people can go. You people should go and test the water. Are you sure? I'm very sure. It's just some specific people that will go and see. But in terms of like, partying, going, people should go and test the waters. Then let's see
when everything
how
is now
you react
the coast is clear.
Because I don't understand. Let me not even talk
some
too
people
much.
cannot even wait because really this is really working good for introverts or ambiverts, people like me that are just caught in between. But you see, the
Extroverted people.
oh my gosh, you're not having it.
No, they're not like it at all. Sorry, guys. All right, moving on to more tweets. Your daddy says, just want to tell you guys that I'm a badass cook. And then she had noodles over there with sausages, which I think she had grilled or something like that. And Anu replied and says, Yoruba people, them give them sausage, they give sausage mark, tribal mark again. Wow.
Okay,
like,
okay,
Yoruba
I
people
get.
are shocked.
I am telling you.
Because of the way she placed the food.
No, but we're not that local. We're not that. What's your name again? I know we're not that local. We know that you can have sausages like that. I mean, in fact, I thought she was going to say another thing entirely. I thought she was going to call it sacrifice.
No, but the way the person did it, but why are you actually doing the sausage like that? What's the benefit of doing that?
So the thing is, different strokes for different folks. Like, you know, some people, they just want to garnish the whole thing and they want to make it look beautiful and sexy. There is a word like that in like dining.
Max. You've been just like Max. This one is tribal Max right there. I don't see how this
make it look better.
I don't see how it makes it look appealing. Could have just fried it. Could have sprinkled like, you know, sauce on it or pepper. What happens to onions and pepper?
Okay, so is it your sausage at the end of the day?
All right, then, do we have more tweets? Is it my sausage? I saw this one on Twitter, guys. Now, Super Big Daddy says, what I asked for first versus what I got. And you can see this person right there to your left in this haircut, which is looking really nice. And this is what she got.
Oh.
Guys. And somebody now said, it's because you didn't do like this. You know, because the woman in the picture, she held her hair. So she should have held the hair. So that, you know, the barber could get the cut.
So I really agree. Do you know that there are some times that you don't get some things right? You'll not be wondering, what did that person do?
It can almost, like, that thing used to just weigh me down. Because I'm like, this is not what I was supposed to. In fact, it happened to me today. This is not what I was supposed to look like. Why am I looking like this? Gosh. In your mind, you'll be killing it. Then your mirror will just tell you otherwise. You'll be like, wow, it's okay. Don't worry, it happens to the best of us. At least it will grow back. But for the meantime,
you'll be carrying that one.
Let me just go and invest in caps or hats right there. Girls coming out of quarantine after weeks without Botox, hair extensions, and lashes. Hey, I don't even want to talk too much because my hair is a mess right now, but you guys can understand.
I have actually been rocking this hair for the longest time.
See, I now wish I did this hair before. If I had known, I would have done braids.
So this hair, I've been rocking it and it's so handy.
Girls are not bald though. I'm speaking on behalf of all girls. I mean, honeypots, we don't have this kind of, it's not that bad.
Speak for yourself though. I'm just saying, like, speak for yourself.
It's not this bad now. Maybe I can understand the lashes, the plain face and everything. But we try to.
But I think this period, people should just try to take pictures because they've been abusing slay queens that see. Slay queens have not been taking pictures because...
No, they don't want it to waste because they can't wear the outfit again. So just allow them. They're on vacation, all right? They'll be right back. Do we have more tweets? Yes. So lockdown for 14 days. I thought we're already on like day 6 before. Which lockdown were we doing before, please? And Jemima Osunde, the actress, replied and says, Lockdown Pro. Now we're moving to Max.
Okay, so it now has stages. It has stages. This phase 1, phase 2. Like, that was just an introduction.
Honest, when they actually said this lockdown thing, because I'm like, people have been at home. So what have we actually been doing?
And guess what?
I think that was just personal.
But guess what?
Yeah.
But these days, do you know how I think? Because people are not complying. And I'm like, what if we are still asked to stay in some more?
Hey.
I'm just thinking, and it might...
Honey, pause. There's power on your tongue, please.
No, because people are not complying.
But people should comply. In the meantime, enjoy your lockdown. Do we have more tweets? That's it, guys. On tweet right there.
Thank you so much, Mandy Pandy. All right, so it's a wrap on the first half of the show. And in the second half, we have even more good vibes for you and good music. See you soon.
Yeah. We are back. Welcome back to the second half of the show. It is now time for us to chew it off. It's time for one of us to vent on what is currently bothering her. And today I'm good. Honey.
Okay, I am good. But then what am I talking about? So I'm still going to be talking about what we have at hand, and that is COVID-19. People not complying, people thinking that, oh, because federal government has not done this for us, and so we're not going to. So I think that people need more awareness because they just feel that federal government owes them something, which is good. We're all government at the end of the day, but then it needs to be, explained.
We are also the government.
Yes, it needs to be explained better. You know how they compare Nigeria to America, and then they're saying that, yes, I understand, I really understand, because somebody might be looking at me right now and saying that, oh, she has food in the house, that's why she's talking this way. It is not even the matter of she has food in the house. It is not convenient for anybody, even if you have food too. For some people, it is not really convenient and all that. The fact that you want to get some things done and it cannot be done, like the way I got to work this morning, my car is faulty, and in this era, it is not even what you want to think about, at this point. So I'd really like it if everybody can just comply and understand the reason and stop saying that, oh, American government is like this and that.
I feel like awareness is been going on, just to add to what you're saying. I feel like they're trying, as we were saying earlier, we're getting texts from NCDC and the rest, celebrities that are doing their own to spread the word. But however, I feel like the real issue is with people who think that, oh, all I have to do is boost my immune system. All I have to do is take some vitamin C and I'll be all right.
Well, that is not the only thing, because people are saying, oh, this, that, government is not giving us money. In some climes, they're giving them money. They're saying that they should not pay, rent and all that.
Okay, so the government is not giving you money, so you now want to risk yourself.
And then you look at it on the flip side. I was having this conversation with somebody, and somebody was like, does everybody pay tax in Nigeria?
True.
And
that's very true.
You're complaining.
That's
all right, now
true.
let us even put that aside and all that. Maybe there are things that government is really supposed to do for the citizens. But then again, as I said earlier, if we don't comply, I think it would just extend or elongate the number of days we stay back at home, not having activities again. All right, so I mean, that's just the only thing. And again, with the fact that people have been complaining too, some people, I don't know, maybe we would get some videos, maybe we'll ask them to just do some videos, because they said that some police have been collecting money and then there is traffic getting to wherever, like essential workers like us,
I actually completely disagree with that. I've been able to, between yesterday and today, I've passed about 20 points between yesterday and today, and nobody has asked me for money. Maybe a couple of few people, but I don't want it to be a general narrative. All right, honeypots, we hope it gets better. Moving on, it's time for a quick recap of the entertainment news. All
right, and we started with Funke Akindele and husband sentenced to 14 days community service.
And then we told you that Naira Marley turns himself in for defying government directive.
We also said Channing Tatum and J split after reconciliation. Deleted 5 is up next, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned.
Hey. It's a jam right there by Olamide, and honeypots have just been vibing.
Yes, I've been vibing. I really, really like it. In fact, I'm a very big fan of
Olamide. Yes, indeed. Welcome back to the show. All right, guys.
I did my makeup.
You did?
Wow.
Wow, and it's so good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now you know how Hollywood marriages can be. Different people have different experiences of divorce. Now some cope with the process as it happens, bounce back and then recover and move on to bigger and better lives. They enter new relationships and they thrive, while others may have a harder time getting lucky with love again after their divorce. That's life. And quite often that seems to be the case with Hollywood marriages, as we've seen. Today, let's take a look at 5 Hollywood actors who were once married. This is Daily Top 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, watch me.
All right, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt are the first couple on our list. Now, Brad and Angelina Jolie met on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith not long after they started working together on their film. Rumors that the two were having an affair began to circulate. In 2006, Jolie confirmed that she was pregnant 3 months after Brad Pitt's divorce to Aniston had been finalized. During their 12-year relationship, the couple were dubbed Brangelina, and their family grew to include 6 children, 3 of whom were adopted before before they announced their engagements in April 2012. They got married in 2014, and in 2016, citing irreconcilable differences, Angelina officially filed for divorce and petitioned for primary custody of the 6 children. See, this relationship pained me.
This particular one, no.
This particular one actually pained me like I was part of their family, because the amount of drama around Mr. and Mrs. Smith at the time, the chemistry, I know everybody, well, not everybody watched it. A lot of people watched that film, and everybody was like, wow, the chemistry was so palpable. You could almost touch it between the two of them. And then it even led to tarnishing Jennifer Aniston's career in the process of it, because she was painted as, you know, the bad person or the person who didn't want to have children. And then everybody was like, you know what, people can make mistakes.
See, I don't know whether them breaking up actually pained me, because okay, so are you saying that because you're an actor and then you act with this person and you are so in sync, the chemistry is so good, and you're already married, then you should go with that person and leave the person you're married to?
It's just like what we were saying earlier. There's so many choices, and what if you feel a better connection with that person?
There's so many choices.
No, I actually feel that people can make mistakes. I feel like they were more compatible than himself and Jennifer Aniston, you know, citing the fact that he wanted children and she didn't want. Now, Angelina Jolie was the family person at the time. No, but my own, like, you know, my own dilemma in this whole thing, or my own thing that I don't really like, is the fact that after they were together for years, they now got married for 2 years and split. They were in like the longest relationship. So it was really painful for people out there who are rooting for them.
Okay.
Honeypot is just like, you cheated on someone.
Yeah, so I am of that school of thought that if you treated somebody like that, because they were already having a thing, even before the divorce with Jennifer Aniston, and then, yeah, and I knew it, and I was like, okay, so what goes around comes around. Like, you know, wait for it.
You're mean.
I mean, all right, now let's get to the second one, and that is Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth. Miley and Liam met in 2009 on the set of their movie The Last Song. They split up a few times, got engaged a few times, and eventually reconciled for the final time, where they would go on to get married in December 2018. Things were good for a time, but as their 10-year-on again relationship status showed, maybe it was bound to happen. About 7 months into their marriage, the couple called it quits. Fans were shocked and hoped it was a rumor. It wasn't, and the couple was set to spend their first anniversary waiting for their divorce to be finalized rather than enjoying the holidays. Yeah. So, I mean, this one is a sad one, really, like the anniversary spent waiting for
their divorce. Yeah, I feel like with them, they just looked like this picture-perfect couple. You know, fans couldn't get enough of them, and obviously they also had a special connection with each other. But I feel like there were some things again that wasn't changing, which is why they kept splitting. And I always feel skeptical about relationships that, you know, you break up, you come back, because there's a reason why you broke up in the first place.
So,
but there comes to a point in your life where you now see your ex and he's like, oh, so cute. They have forgotten the reason why you were fighting in the first place. And I think, I don't know, because I'm not their friend, but I feel like that's what happened there. And it's quite sad.
So I think that people just really, you see this relationship thing, as I said that earlier, that we don't have any manual to read. Like, you just still like that person.
Yeah.
And perhaps you might have been working on that thing that you don't like about each other, or you just forgot and you're like, oh, you know, I still like this person. Let's just get back to it or something.
What was wrong with us? And we get back together. Scam. All right, the third couple on our list is Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner. In the summer of 2000, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner met while filming the movie Pearl Harbor. At this time, Jennifer Garner was married to actor Scott Foley, and she and Ben Affleck weren't seen together as a couple until later in 2004. In 2005, the couple got married in a private ceremony and went on to have 3 children together. The couple announced their intention to divorce in 2015, jointly filed legal documents in 2017, seeking joint physical and legal custody of their children. The divorce was finalized in 2018. Again, these guys met on set.
Yes.
So you can see that I just feel like you can't cheat human nature. There's so much you can act. You're acting that you're in love with somebody. And you know how it is. It's not like, I was going to say it's not like Nollywood, but like it's, in Hollywood, there's so much attention to detail. So you're spending so much time on set together. Sometimes they film these movies for 2 years straight, and you're just with this person, and you're having kissing scenes with this person. And, you know, it's...
So should people be scared once they're married to like a Hollywood actor, thinking that you could just be away for and then you fall in love? I'm just saying.
That question, if you ask me, who I go ask?
So guys, this takes us to Jenna Dewan and Channing Tatum. Jenna Dewan and Channing Tatum met while filming dance-themed film Step Up in 2006. The two played characters who fell in love, and in this instance, a real-life mimicked art. The pair wed 3 years later in 2009. In 2013, they were welcomed to their daughter, Evalie. For the most part, the couple seemed genuinely happy with one another. They commonly made appearances together and never showed any sign that their relationship was on the rocks. Unfortunately, in 2018, they released a surprising statement announcing their divorce after nearly 9 years of marriage. I mean, this one,
I think this one really hurts the fans because, you know, if you watch Step Up, you see again that there was such palpable chemistry between the two of them, and they played love interest again in the film. So you see that this my theory is right. But moving on, they now got married, had a child together. 9 years later, they divorced. And Channing Tatum is who we spoke about again today.
Yes, we did.
Who is also splitting from Jessie J after, I think, 2 years together or 3 years together. So in my mind, I just feel like it's harder because there's such huge stars who have their egos.
So it's not easy to maintain.
It's not easy to maintain because I have my career, you have your career. There's so many other people who would love me and whatever the case may be. So I feel like it's really affecting people in the acting industry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, the fifth couple on our list that sadly split, Scarlett Johansson and Ryan Reynolds. Scarlett Johansson and Ryan Reynolds once seemed like a match made in heaven. Both were Hollywood actors, both were insanely successful, and both were known for their undeniable good looks. But the couple sadly was not all they were cracked up to be. And after 2 years of marriage, they divorced in 2010. The couple was tight-lipped about the reason behind their split, simply releasing a somewhat vague statement which said, "After long and careful consideration on both our parts, we've decided to end our marriage. Now we entered our relationship with love, and it's with love and kindness that we leave it." In other words, mind your business.
We entered the relationship with love, and it's with love and kindness we leave it.
Yeah.
Now, wow, I love that
but
closure.
I read more on their relationship, and I saw that because they were so successful, they were highly competitive with each other, which I think is another thing that is bound to happen when you're in the same industry where people are saying, "Oh, I don't know how Beyonce and Jay-Z, for instance, are not having that argument."
But then, so this is it. If you love each other and then you want the best for each other, and you're always, having the back of each other, I wonder why being competitive will now set in. Like, I don't just get it. Like, you know how your
you don't
siblings.
Get it?
Yeah.
Do you think you can marry a TV host?
Of course.
I don't think so, Sha, for me. I think we're doing too close, like we're too...
So you think that, you're competing with that person, or that person is doing this and then you want to...
Maybe because I can be highly competitive as well, but in a healthy way. Like me and my sister, for instance, it's like, "Oh, you did it, I'm going to do it too." But it's not... If you're that type of person, I think you now need to watch out for who your partner is. And I also heard that she wanted to be very private while he wanted to share things in the public, which is why we didn't even know about their marriage and all. So differences that happen.
Different strokes for different folks, they say. And that is the end of Daily Top 5. That's it on today's Daily Top 5. I'll see you in a bit. Stay here with us. Oh God, Orisha Femi.
Honestly.
And people are getting married, or even with this lockdown, they're just doing it in a very quiet way, like not sharing pictures and all that, on a very low budget and all that.
Good.
And I think it's good. And so if you are one of those people and you're watching this show right now, we're saying congratulations, and the advice from Orisha Femi to you that she jeje. All right, now lockdown season means a lot of TV time for many of us. So What Are You Watching is back again this week. Yes, Mandy and I are about to tell you about the shows, the movies we are currently watching. We would also love to hear about yours later on. So, Mandy Pandy.
Okay, so of course we all know that, I don't know if we all know, Sha, but Money Heist has been trending on Twitter.
But I have not actually joined that league.
Season 3 is out. I watched season 1 and I stopped because in as much as I think it's a fantastic series, I have a thing with series where I'm like, I want to know what's going to happen, like now. Don't make me wait
so it's too slow for you.
It's not too slow, it's just, I'm very impatient.
Okay.
But I watched season 1 and then I stopped, I think, at episode 2 of season 2. And then when everybody was just saying season 3 is madness, season 3 is fire, I'm like, you know what, I'm going back. So I continued from season 2. And honestly speaking, just watching it again, I'll reiterate what I was saying earlier, where when something is so good, it doesn't matter the language you're speaking, because this is something that is in Spanish. But I feel like I hear their voices in English, you know? That's how much I've converted the characters. And he has done so well. And I even prefer the name in Spanish, La Casa de Papel.
Wow.
I think it sounds more interesting.
So we should actually call it that instead of Money Heist.
Anyone you want to call it. And I've been watching it again, and I've just been like, this is fantastic acting. The storyline is so good.
Beautiful.
I'm not going to leave any spoilers.
Please do not, for people
OJ
like
yesterday,
us.
I was like, don't leave any spoilers. So that is what I'm currently on. And I just can't wait to see season 3 and see the outcome of that. I've also been watching You.
Okay.
I've actually finished that one, season 1 and 2. That is centered around this guy who is a stalker, but pretends to be like a lover boy. He's a librarian, and he has 2 love interests, and he has been actually going around killing people. But when you actually watch it, it's like showing you the mind of a killer. It's like making you empathize with someone and be like, oh, he had no choice, or the person was going to expose him, or it's because he loved her too much and she wanted to leave. So it's almost like it messes with your head, because it's just like, imagine getting the flip side of a scenario of a murder, where you actually see like the reason why this person murdered is because the person didn't have money to buy food, or the reason why the person robbed was because the person didn't have food.
Asking yourself again, should there be an excuse for a murderer?
Honestly, those 2 series, you guys need to watch it. I'm going to recommend it.
Okay,
what about you?
I'm not sure I've been watching any series, but I've been watching movies, and there is this particular channel that, you know, is just, you know, giving me
life.
Yes. So, well, maybe everybody has seen this one. This is a 2016 movie, and that is Kickboxer.
Okay.
You know that it's a franchise, an American franchise. And this one is actually the 6th film, you know, in this franchise. And, well, it stars Van Damme, and it's about martial arts too. The other time we're talking about Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's about this dude, Eric Sloan, who died fighting this Thai champion, and then the brother wanted to revenge, or, you know, just revenge in that way. And then so he started mentoring under Van Damme. That's the mentor of the brother. And well, that's Eric Sloan. And
sounds like it's full with action.
Yes, but guess what? Like, it wasn't easy for this brother. At first, it was almost like they were going to kill him, and then blood everywhere. And I'm like, this martial thing at the end of the day. But guess what? He won. He came through. He actually, seriously, avenged the death of the brother.
Why are you so happy?
Well, because at some point I'm like, can
you
this
see?
do
at some point you start rooting for people who are supposed to be criminals.
So I'm like, can this guy do this thing? Even the mentor was there and was like, sometimes he was giving up to, and sometimes say, that's my boy. And then at the end of the day, he actually went, I'm like,
oh my goodness, that sounds like so much fun. Honeypot is obviously excited by that.
And then I saw one animation, but I forgot, and I don't know. I couldn't.
You're into animations now?
I am telling you, it was so beautiful, and I'm going to remember it. And next time I'm going to tell you.
I'm going to hook you up. All right, guys, we're going to take a break right now. And when we come back, we'll open our phone lines to you. Now, we want to hear all about how you've been spending your time at home. What are you doing? What have you watched? What are you watching? Let us know after this break. Yay, and we are back, yes.
So we've been talking about how we've been watching all of these things, and I was still talking about my own animation that I've forgotten the title, right?
Yeah,
but I'll try
animation.
to, yes, it's a French animation, and it's just so wonderful. Like, it comes with a lot of emotions, like somebody leaving a foster home to go and live with, and then the remaining orphans that they had there, they were like, you know, because you're already used to this person is going to belong to another family right now, and oh my God. Okay,
goodness.
so we have someone on the line.
Aziz, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Hey, Aziz from Ibadan.
So Aziz, tell us, what have you been doing at home? What have you been watching? What have you been doing at home?
I have time for my family.
Okay.
I'm cleaning the house.
You're cleaning the house?
Yes.
So what movie have you been watching?
Movie.
Yes, or series?
I'm watching African Magic Yoga.
Enjoy yourself. Any
wow.
other one? Any movie in particular, or just African Magic that you're watching?
Yeah, I'm watching African Magic, and I am listening to Ajasera News.
Okay, watching
Okay.
the news.
So maybe you're like me, Aziz. You don't remember the titles of movies. I thought you were going to just share with us the title.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much
Yes,
for
he's spending
calling.
time
Thank you
with his
indeed.
family.
Yes.
That's what he has been doing.
Yes.
All right, guys, keep the call coming in, and of course, we'll read your tweets as well if we have any. And I see that you have picked up interest in animation.
Yes.
You are not going to regret it.
No, I am not, and I'm not
You are
going to. I'm not going to stop.
So do
I
you
see the
think
reason.
now? Do you see the difference between animation and cartoon? Because people keep thinking it's the same thing.
No, they are not the same. There is a difference because this one is, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I think it's more mature because at some point I wasn't even paying attention. I was just doing other things. And then I'm like,
Next thing you're hooked.
And then when I looked, I'm like, no, these are not real humans, you know? But then I was hooked and I had to sit down. I saw the emotions. I saw the way they hugged. I saw the way one person was going to leave and went to meet the other person.
You need to see the way I'll be rooting for characters in animation. If they die, I can almost start shedding tears.
Yes, I tell you.
It's actually a whole lot of work, especially shout out to the voice actors.
Yes,
who do
behind
this thing,
it. It's
because
a lot of work.
How do you put so much, life and emotions into a lifeless thing, a lifeless animation or cartoon or 3D drawing?
So that's
it's
just
incredible.
so beautiful. I mean, it makes me remember radio, how nobody is seeing you, but you know that you're talking to people and you talk to a lot of people and then you're able to. So if you can actually get a lot of people to listen to you, you're doing a great job. Wow.
All right.
All right.
We have another call. Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
Lekon, how are
Lekon.
you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Are you enjoying yourself at home?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so what are you watching?
At home.
Yeah, what are you watching?
Good afternoon.
Sorry?
I'm doing fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we heard you. I said, what are you watching at home? Are you watching any movies, any series?
I'm watching African Magic.
oh my God. All right, so do these movies actually have titles, if you can share with us? Is it Ori Yami Eleko or, you know?
I watch YouTube.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I think there's obviously another huge market in the Yoruba film industry.
Yes, but
as
then they
well.
should have titles. I love to watch Yoruba movies too every now and then because I believe that they're doing a beautiful
and they
job,
also have
like
a
the
way of
storylines.
drawing you in. I remember there was this time I was in Abuja and I was just trying to sleep, and then the channel was on the Yoruba movie channel and I was just watching it. Next thing part 1, next thing part 2, part 3. Next thing is 1 a.m. and I'm still there
Yes.
watching it.
I know
and
people-
the storylines are so interesting.
I know people who don't even speak Yoruba and are glued, especially when they now see
They are.
Odunlade, and they call, oh my God, like people really love that dude, even when they don't know what he's talking about. They're just there watching.
And every time I'm in the salon, I always learn one new thing from a Yoruba movie because there's always some things that I don't even know the names, I can't express it, but things that happen and they say, oh, is this juju or something? You cannot sleep with another married. I'm like, hey, does it happen in real life?
Yes, so it's the storyline that actually gets me hooked right there.
Yes.
Because sometimes you're wondering, say, hey, now, wow, this life, so people can be like this. Hello? Miracle! Hey, Miracle. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Oh, good to know. So tell me, what movie are you watching? What series are you watching at the moment?
I'm watching a cartoon.
What's the name? Miracle. Hello?
Hello, I'm hearing you.
What's the name of the cartoon you're watching?
Oh, you can't remember like me.
Can't remember?
Oh, so we have a lot of people like me, like we really enjoy these things, and if we're not careful, you ask us the title,
And
we can't remember. Yes.
Wow. Maybe because I like animations and cartoons. I'll remember.
You won't remember, right? I can tell you everything that happened there, but then sometimes you just ask, so what's the title? I'm like, Even with books sometimes, though. There are books I've read that I can't remember, but then maybe when you just say it, and
maybe it wasn't interesting to me. Because when I read a book, I can read that book and read like even with a movie. Like, I don't know if you do this with movies.
And
like,
watch again.
I can pause, rewind because I missed something.
I can do that.
People find it very annoying to watch movies with me because I'm like, wait, we missed something. I didn't hear zero.
No, with books, I used to do that a lot with John Grisham's books. So, you know, he has this sense of humor that if you're not careful, that if you don't have a sense of humor yourself, you miss it. You'll be like, I just go back and...
And I love movies that you can watch over and over again and see something different in it. Oh my goodness.
All right, so we have another call. Hello?
Yeah, I think we lost that.
All right, well, thank you so much, guys, for sharing with us what you're watching at the moment. Up next is Where Are They Now? Take a look to find out which actor we are talking about today.
It's Where Are They Now? Benita Nzeribe. Benita is a popular Nigerian actress, television personality, and entrepreneur who obtained a bachelor's degree in English language at the Abia State University. She started acting from when she was in secondary school, but professionally joined the Nigerian movie industry at the age of 18, with her first movie role being Beyond Our Dream. In 2002, she starred in the Nollywood blockbuster movie Agony of a Mother. Aside from these two movies, Benita has starred in more than 150 Nollywood movies such as Fear on Mountain, Street Life, The Scorpion, The Peacemaker, Gamesmen Play, Peace Talk, amongst so many others. The Nollywood actress, who not only won numerous awards and was a promising actor to watch out for, but was also amongst the most sought-after actress in the early 2000s, has been off the movie scene for a while now. And we are, however, looking forward to Benita making her way back to the Nigerian screens. Maybe as a director, you never know. Now you know where they are now.
Where they are
is
now. Benita Nzeribe.
And I'm actually really happy for her because I remember reading an article where she said she's ready to settle down and she's ready to find the love of her life. And just to see that she's just been there, spending time with family and, you know, taking time off work, at the same time still being a UN ambassador and a NAMA ambassador as well. I think it's time for her to take a break. And I'm hoping that she can come back.
I am hoping that she can come back. And these are people who have really, you know, done so much for Nollywood, and you would think that this time they would just sit back and enjoy the fruits of their labor. I'm not sure that is happening. I mean, when it comes to
a break that she wanted to take herself.
When it comes to money, making money in this industry, Nollywood, I'm not sure. Wow! But then so much talk today. We've done so much, and we do hope that you've enjoyed every beat of this Tuesday show, Nollywood Tuesday. Oh my gosh, Mandy Pandy, what's up,
honey?
All right, on behalf of Mandy Pandy, my name is Honeypots. We do hope that you stay glued to TVC, and we will be back tomorrow. All right?
See you tomorrow.